How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to yet another video. Today's video, we're going to be talking about a coin that we really haven't given a full in-depth look into, that being Aerodrome Finance, in a very long time. The span of a couple of weeks to a month, I believe, is the last time we had a dedicated video to it. Just because to reaffirm beliefs that I have within the coin, as well as some developments that really show promise within the coin. Now, like I said, I plan to fully exit the markets around spring. So if I was to get back into Aerodrome, which I currently do have a small position into, I am still looking at that spring time to actually get out. But again, why do I fully believe in Aerodrome Finance? Well, that's because, again, there are numerous reasons that are aligning with the emergence of Base. The Base ecosystem is by far one of the biggest ecosystems within the cryptocurrency chain, and I feel it's one of the most undervalued ecosystems. You see so many problems with Solana, with Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum's gas fees are ridiculous. I probably spent thousands of dollars in fees alone off of Ethereum, as well as Solana also. So Solana takes forever. The fees aren't as bad, but the time, I mean, look at the Coinbase situation that happened with Solana. They literally ran out of Solana, hence why the transfers took forever. I knew people were waiting for a couple of days for their Solana transfers. So of course, Base is looking to harp off that. And every time I've used the Base ecosystem, I've ultimately found a lot better success within swaps, within fees, transfer times, and again, it's still very undervalued. We really saw things starting to pop off with Base last year at the beginning of that. And now we're in a situation where it's still very, very undervalued. And specifically with that, we have one of the biggest apps on Base being Aerodrome Finance, which did $236 million in, I believe it was revenue, some sort of metric that was, I think their metric was bigger than all of the apps in the crypto ecosystem, which is just crazy. Not all of them combined, but it was significantly higher than those such as Uniswap, PancakeSwap as well. And if you keep in mind, those deal with multiple different chains, whereas Aerodrome deals with specifically Base, and I do believe Optimism as well. And if that's wrong, if it doesn't control Optimism, Velodrome, its sister protocol coin, is the one that deals with Optimism, if I'm correct on that. So those are a couple of reasons why I'm very bullish on the Base narrative, so to speak, but the utility narrative in general is one that is very, very undervalued. And if you look at it, it's very surprising to me to see how undervalued we're looking at projects such as Aerodrome, projects such as Render, projects such as, for example, Tau, and some other coins as well, right? That just do not have much attention, yet they are doing very good things within the crypto community, especially for, the space is development in terms of fundamentals and tokenomics. It's just overall making the space a lot better and bringing a lot more people into the crypto community, which is of course what we want to see. So I'm very bullish on this coin for the broad reason of the Base ecosystem being as undervalued as it is, but we've gone over numerous times. So for those of you who maybe are just getting into crypto, who don't know much about Aerodrome, this is a coin that we talked about early in February or March of last year when it first came out. We were able to get into Aerodrome at around 50, 60 cents, so really nothing crazy, but then it rode up to $2.40 before we kind of chopped around in the summer, where we called this Aerodrome back out again at 37 cents, which would have been an awesome buy point compared to where we are at now. But again, where we are at now is definitely something to highlight and talk about, because Aerodrome is around $1 right now, $1.03 last time I checked. And that may seem concerning to a lot of people, but I see that as if you want to get into this coin, this looks like a very, very healthy buy-in opportunity for you guys. There could be some short-term choppiness within the markets in general, but in a hot market, if we're still assuming base and this alt season is going to eventually come, well, then I fully believe Aerodrome could do some very good numbers and be very profitable buying in at this $1 range. So I'm looking at that myself. And again, that's not financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research on that. But again, it looks like a pretty promising opportunity. And if we compare it to PancakeSwap's all-time high previously, we could see Aerodrome being an $8 token from here in terms of market cap. So that is very awesome to see. That could be a potential 8x simply from hitting PancakeSwap's all-time high, just from buying in now. So you put 1,000 in, you get 8,000 out, assuming that happens. But again, no guarantee to that. I think there is a ton of potential with that. There's really no one coming in to contend with Aerodrome. Aerodrome's kind of solidified their spot in what they do on the base ecosystem. And it looks like they're just going to be staying there and continuing to improve and continuing to build on base, which Jesse Pollock, of course, loves. So I am very bullish on this project. I will continue to be. This was one of the first projects that really made me profitable as a crypto investor, and I still see very promising things for this token. And I know a lot of people with bigger bags than I do see a lot greater things than I do for this project also. So keep that in mind. These are guys with hundreds of thousands in Aerodrome alone. So with all that being said, guys, again, just want to reaffirm things. I, again, see us being bullish in these next couple of months just because I'm talking to people who are worth millions of dollars. I'm not worth millions of dollars, but I'm talking to those people who do see that being a possibility privately. So I'm privately talking to them who see this happening. And so just want to reaffirm things here. If you're feeling unsure, Aerodrome is probably one of the safer coins you can be in compared to that of like Crow or Ski that we talked about yesterday. Like, I love both of those tokens, but they aren't as safe, they aren't as sound as that of Aerodrome Finance. So with all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and consider to check out Aerodrome or reevaluate things if you've been thinking about it. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys later.